Welcome back to the Anglers Extra Pregame Show. I'm Johnny Wincott, and this is Game 35. It's the Manager's Show with John Schiffner. Schiff, how you feeling today?
Been better. I've been better.
Well, your team's a little bit banged up. You have another
Banged up more than you know.
Another lineup change tonight. Your wrists have been doing a lot of writing. How frustrating is that for you to constantly have to change the lineup and deal with those injuries?
No, it's not frustrating. It's just, I feel badly that we're getting so banged up, and it's just not a good time of the year to get banged up, and we're really scrapping for a playoff spot. So, no fault of anybody's except, this is the way it is. It's college baseball. It's summer league baseball. These kids are coming off 56-plus spring schedule. Now they're playing, they've played in their some of these guys, their 35th game. So my simple math says some of these guys are approaching 100 games in some cases. So they're tired, they're beat up, and, this is where you kind of cut bait or fish. So we'll see what happens.
It's a bit of bad luck for the Anglers. Again, last night, a 6-5 loss at Cotuit. Your team led twice in that game, and you mentioned that sometimes the bounces just don't go your way. How come in recent games, the old adage states that you make your own luck. In recent games, you guys have had none of it.
No, we have not, and maybe we used up all of ours early in the season, because I can certainly remember a number of times where the ball went in our direction, the call went in our direction. We just had it all, and maybe that was what happened. But, there's still 9 games left, and let's see what we can do with the 9 games. And, we still have a 4-point cushion right now into the playoffs, and I'm trying to emphasize to these guys that, let's be the team nobody wants to play right now. At the end of the season and at the end of the playoffs, let's be the team that nobody wants to play, because when we're healthy, when we're playing good baseball, we're a pretty good team. But, yesterday, again, we didn't get a lot of hits. We had enough. And then, again, Cotuit made things happen, and, we can't get a guy out. We end up walking a guy when we should. We had 0-2 and we walk a guy. That changes the whole reflection of that, or whole complexion of that inning. There you go. We battle our butts off again. We get the tying run at second base in the last inning. And that's the one thing that I can say it's been consistent for these guys all year. They have battled every game. They have not quit.
Well, Cotuit came in 3rd place last year in the West Division, and they won the whole thing. Is that sort of an indication of how the playoffs work out here?
Well, there's no question. I mean, it's just a matter of luck at that point. It's a second season. It's how you breathe in at the end of the season, how much gas do you have left in the tank, and maybe not as much how much gas is in your tank, how much leaked out of somebody else's tank. It's it's an emotional roller coaster ride. You see home, you're almost home. Okay, we got to make the playoffs. Now we go into the playoffs, and some teams let down, some teams energized, like Cotuit energized, and some other teams did not. I think the first place team in that division went down 2 straight after winning the regular season title. So that happens. It's just you don't know. It's a crapshoot. It truly is a crapshoot, and I think there should be more emphasis placed on the regular season champions than the playoff champions, because the grind you go through for 44 games, sometimes it's just so difficult to rally it up again. You've done that. I give our kids credit last year. We could have tanked it, or not tanked it. We could have, not competed in the playoffs. We did. We got our 2 wins against YD. Credit to Orleans. They battled their butts off and beat us. So be it.
The 2013 Chatham Anglers had the best record in the Cape last year. Do you think there really is any advantage to coming in first place other than having home field for Game 1?
I really don't, and I've been here long enough to see that the 2 championships I've had the privilege to be the head coach of, we finished second place, beat the first place team, and then went on and win the championship. So it's not an advantage at all. It's just a matter of luck. I mean, the lady luck is really on your side if you can win the whole thing.
The Chatham Anglers right now sit in 4th place in the East Division. Tonight they take on the 3rd place team, the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox. On the mound now is Kyle Davis. He has served as your closer for the entire season, and there have been talks about starting him for a game here or there. How come you decided tonight was the night?
Well, it was just we wanted to start him, I forget when it was, last week. But at that point, the Brewster game was extremely important, so I felt that, let's slam this thing shut. And Louis got us to the 9th inning, and we got Kyle, and we got the win against Brewster 4-2. He was supposed to start the next night. Obviously, we're not going to do that. And then we had 2 guys who were right on schedule, who have been on schedule the whole season, so we didn't want to mess up their schedule. So now this technically becomes a spot start, so now it's his spot, and now we'll roll, and we'll see what happens the next 9 games.
Is this just a test run for Kyle, or will he become one of the starters in the rotation?
I think it depends on matchups at this point. We got to look at, they're talking about the possibility of rain tomorrow, so that could screw things up. We have an off day on Monday if we play tomorrow, so that can, so we really don't know. Obviously, we want the best arms out there, so it's really, there's a lot of variables to answer that question, right now.
So So potentially, if Kyle does pitch well throughout the end of the season, he can be a starter in the playoffs?
Absolutely, and he wants to start at Southern Cal. He has started games at Southern Cal, so this is not some kind of experiment we're starting with here. Let's see what we can do. We think we can, bridge to Birdie. And we think we have some arms that can close. Obviously, he's your classic closer, power arm, swing and miss guy. We think we have guys who can get guys out, who keep the ball down, throw ground balls, and can. A big thing is, can they field their position? Because late in the game, the other team's going to try to scratch for a run. So we think at this stage we can do it. If we can't, and we're still breathing, then we may have to put him back in the bullpen. But like I said, I cannot answer that question right now.
Kyle Davis takes the bump, looks to be the stopper tonight for the Chatham Anglers, who have lost 3 games in a row. Tonight they take on the YD Red Sox at Red Wilson Field. John Schiffner, good luck.
Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate it.
Now we'll send it back to the booth with Dom Cotroneo.